I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media. But what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequences.
This just broke the internet in a way nobody could have guessed. Teyana finally said the words out loud that everyone whispered about for months, and Iman completely lost it with millions watching every raw second. Phones were out before the screaming even peaked. Neighbors, friends, maybe even strangers pulling out their cameras to catch the moment a perfect love story shattered in real time. Iman didn't hide behind cryptic posts or PR statements. He exploded, pacing in circles, yelling so loud you'd swear he didn't even care that the world was watching. It's messy, it's painful, and the secrets he spit out in rage hit harder than anything a gossip blog could ever fake. You can feel it in every replay. This betrayal goes deeper than anyone guessed, and it's far from over. Stay right here, because what happens next will hit harder than the confession itself. This wasn't some shady rumor floating through faceless accounts or whispers hidden in comments. Teyana said it herself, so clear and sharp that it cut straight through Iman's chest like a knife he never saw coming. What started as a fight behind closed doors cracked wide open when voices got so loud the whole street could hear. Neighbors swear they heard her shout, "Yeah, I'm with Aaron now. I'm done pretending," like she'd been carrying those words around her neck for years, waiting for the worst moment to let them loose. The look on Iman's face when it hit him? First, just disbelief, like he thought he'd heard it wrong, and then that split-second flip when the shock burned off and pure, raw rage took its place. Some say she did it because she couldn't fake happy anymore, that she needed out and didn't care who it crushed. Others swear she planned it as a final cut to Iman's pride, a public twist of the knife so deep he'd never recover. Aaron didn't flinch. He didn't argue or deny or beg her to stop. He just stood there, silent and stone-faced, while the truth Teyana spilled hit like gasoline on a match everyone knew was there but didn't want to see burn. For years, they sold a perfect picture. Teyana and Iman showing up to red carpets in matching looks, holding hands in interviews, dropping family videos that made everyone believe forever was a sure thing. Behind them, like a shadow they'd invite into every shot, was Aaron, the trusted friend, the loyal plus one, the extra piece in their story no one ever thought twice about. People brushed off the little things, the inside jokes, the soft side glances when Iman turned away, the weird tension that fizzled every time the three of them were caught on someone's story. When gossip pages hinted at something more last year, Teyana and Aaron laughed like it was the dumbest thing they'd ever heard, called it fan fiction, shook their heads, made the world feel stupid for even asking. But now, those old clips hit different. The two close side hugs, the comments that seemed flirty but just friends back then, the inside jokes that weren't really inside if you knew where to look. It all feels like clues we ignored because we wanted to believe the fairy tale more than the truth. Now there's no denying it. Teyana's confession didn't just confirm a rumor, it blew the whole timeline open, piece by messy piece. Iman didn't swallow it down and leave quietly like some heartbroken hero. He snapped right there, raw and loud, throwing every ugly piece of it back at them with cameras rolling. One clip shows him pacing back and forth, arms flying while his voice cracks from shouting, "You did this behind my back? With him? After everything?" It didn't matter who was recording. Every curse, every broken accusation came out like he wanted the world to see just how deep he'd been cut. He didn't just come for Teyana either. He spun on Aaron, finger jabbing the air like he could stab him with the words alone, calling him out for being the snake who sat at his table, smiled in his face, then took his place. Friends tried to pull him back. You can see arms reaching for him in the corner of the frame, but Iman shoved them off like they were strangers too. He wanted everyone to hear it. Every secret they thought would stay buried, every crack they thought he'd never find. By the time he stormed out, his rage was all over the internet. Clipped, re-uploaded, dissected second by people who couldn't get enough of the mess. Once the meltdown hit every timeline, the families jumped in fast. Iman's brothers and cousins turned their pages into war zones, dropping cryptic stories about betrayal, fake love, backstabbers who don't deserve second chances. Every word dripped with the same heat that Iman spit live, reminders that this fight wasn't ending with a single confession. On the other side, Teyana's circle doubled down, dropping posts about how she deserved to live her truth, how love shouldn't be hidden even if it burns bridges to the ground. Aaron? He vanished. Not a word, not a like, not a comment. Just radio silence while his name burned through every trending feed for all the wrong reasons. Insiders swear old friends are picking sides behind the scenes, some scrubbing every trace of him off their pages, some quietly switching teams while the comment sections turn into battlefields. Whispers say lawyers are on standby, because if Iman really has the receipts he hinted at, the next leaks could hurt way worse than a few screaming videos. Meanwhile, neighbors swear more clips exist, the fight before the confession, the private moments that turned public in seconds, all just waiting for the right person to hit upload. While the real people involved are doing their best to hold it together, pretending to breathe through the wreckage of what used to be love, trust, and family, the internet is ripping the whole situation apart, piece by piece, theory by theory, tweet by tweet. Twitter has become a war zone, a digital battleground where no one is safe and everyone's a self-declared expert. On one side, there are those dragging Teyana through the mud, accusing her of breaking her family apart just to make a dramatic exit. They say she didn't just walk away, she performed the collapse. That she turned heartbreak into theater, exposing personal history in the name of truth when what it really looked like was revenge. But on the other side, a wave of support is rising up for her. These voices say she did what she had to do. That being with Iman was a performance in itself. That she lived in his shadow for too long, kept her voice small, made herself quiet to protect his pride, and now she's finally out. Finally speaking. Finally choosing herself, even if it made people uncomfortable. They say her public confession wasn't about humiliation, it was about survival. And even if it was messy, it was honest. Something the internet pretends to crave until someone actually delivers it. Iman, meanwhile, is being labeled either a martyr or a manipulator, depending on who you ask. Some people are calling him a hero for not staying quiet. They say most men swallow their pain, pretend everything's fine, suffer in silence. But he didn't. He told the world what happened, exposed what broke him, refused to cover up the ugly truth with a polished smile. Others aren't buying it. They say he's bitter. That he's spinning a story to make himself the victim. That he didn't want to lose Teyana, but he also didn't know how to keep her. And now that she's moved on, he's trying to blow everything up on his way out. And then there's Aaron. The name that shouldn't even be part of this conversation. And yet it's everywhere. Trending for betrayal. Being dragged as the quiet villain no one saw coming. One minute he was the loyal best friend, the harmless brother figure, the one always standing slightly in the background. Now, his public enemy number one. Meme pages can't post fast enough. Clips of Iman's meltdown, Teyana's cold delivery, Aaron's blank and guilty expression. They're going viral every hour. The reactions, the freeze frames, the silence in the moments that should have had answers. It's all fuel for a generation raised on drama and detail. The past is no longer safe either. Old interviews are being pulled out of the archives and dissected with terrifying precision. Fans are re-watching every clip, frame by frame, looking for the signs that were missed the first time. A lingering touch here, a forced laugh there, a glance exchanged when they thought no one was watching. Suddenly, the jokes that once felt harmless now carry weight. The way Aaron looked at Teyana in that one interview, the way Iman looked at both of them, the awkward energy that passed in moments no one noticed until now, it's all being reinterpreted. Every second of the past is being weaponized as evidence. Because everyone wants to know, how far back does this go? How long were they lying? And more importantly, what else haven't they told us? Now, everything comes down to what happens next. Everyone's waiting to see if Iman's going to hit the red button and take the nuclear route. If he'll decide enough is enough and finally drop every screenshot, every voice note, every text message sent at 2 a.m. when they thought no one would ever know. Whispers are growing louder that he's got a folder full of receipts, not just bits and pieces, but an entire digital archive that tells the real story. There's talk of voice notes where secrets were confessed, DMs that crossed the line, and even private recordings, moments caught on camera when no one knew it was rolling. Stuff that could burn everything down beyond repair. At the same time, Teyana's not exactly backing down. She's posting again, cryptic as ever. Short quotes about freedom, rebirth, about finally choosing real love, the kind that doesn't hide in the shadows or pretend in the light. Her captions aren't saying much, but they're saying enough. She knows people are watching. Maybe she wants them to. Maybe she's controlling the chaos now, steering it instead of drowning in it. Aaron's camp, meanwhile, is in panic mode. Behind the scenes, they are scrambling. Word is, he's terrified that Iman might leak something that can't be spun, something so damaging even the best PR team wouldn't be able to bury it. He's trying to stay invisible, but it's too late. The silence isn't protecting him, it's making him look guiltier. And the more he hides, the more people dig. So now you have to ask yourself, who's really telling the truth? Did Iman get played like a fool, or is there more dirt on him that hasn't seen the light yet? Is Teyana a woman brave enough to finally choose her happiness, or someone who didn't care who she shattered along the way? Is Aaron just the middleman caught in the crossfire, or the snake in the grass who smiled his way into another man's family? Drop your wildest theory in the comments right now. When did this start? Who knew what? And who's still hiding the biggest piece? Smash that like button if you want every last receipt the moment it hits the timeline, because this is far from over. And if you're not subscribed yet, fix that now. You're gonna want to be here when this triangle goes up in flames all over again. This wasn't just a confession. This was betrayal caught raw and live, the kind of heartbreak you feel through the screen. So stay ready, because when Iman fires back for real, this won't just break hearts, it'll break the whole damn internet.